Hey guys, in today's video we're going to talk about 3 ways to guarantee more driver distance. Hey guys, Eric here at the Bethlehem Golf Club. I want to tell you a little bit about what you're about to see in this video. Now this is actually one of a 21 video series we did called our Distance Masterclass, all about you gaining distance with all of your clubs. Now in that 20 video series we did on the Masterclass, there's also a 10 video speed series as a bonus and a list of the most relevant YouTube videos that we want you to have. So it's 40 videos in total, all about you gaining more distance. This is just one of those. If you would like to see more about this series and our Masterclass, we'll put the link in the description down below. Hope you enjoy this video. So let's talk about angle of attack with the driver. The principle and the take home here is that angle of attack is the #1 influencer of how far you're going to hit the ball relative to your club head speed. And when you're approaching driver and wanting to hit it farther, you're really kind of focusing on those 2 main things. You have a decision to make. I want to hit my driver farther. Either I need to do something to increase my speed, or I need to do something to increase my angle of attack. Can't quite say that with the irons, it's more dynamic loft. With the driver, it's speed or angle of attack. Speed typically needs a little bit more work. Got to do a little bit more to get that. Change some things we just talked about. Angle of attack usually can happen a lot quicker, even within a couple of swings. That is, how does the angle of attack relate to the distance? Well, in terms of my club and my club head, I have kind of 3 basic options. I can, with my driver, hit down on the ball, so have the club head work from high to low. I can have my club head hit level, which would be hitting it kind of perfectly neutral, or I can have my club head working up, right? So kind of low to the ground and hitting up on the ball. There is a 1-to-1 correlation with that angle of attack and how far you hit it. And that is, the more you hit up on a ball relative to a given club head speed, the farther the ball is going to go. Which also, unfortunately, means the opposite's true. The more, like a lot of people, hit down on a ball, the shorter it's going to go. And to scale how important that is, we often have players that will come in, let's say with 100 mile/hour club head speed, who are able to, let's say someone comes in with 100 miles an hour and you hit down on the ball 3 to 4 degrees. 3 to 4 degrees is not a lot, but you hit down on it a little bit. And you make some changes and you're able to change that attack angle to 3 to 4 degrees actually up. So same golfer, same person, same club head speed, with just that 3 to 4 degree down change to 3 to 4 degrees up could literally hit it 20, 30, even 40 yards different with the same speed. So there's a huge opportunity here via angle of attack to be able to do that. So what I really wanted to make clear first is that's how important this is. That's the thing you should focus on to make the quickest change. The next part is, how do we do it? Well, how you improve your angle of attack really goes back to what we talked about before. What was the first thing I said 900 times now is that the club face is the king of the hill. Unfortunately, if you're making a swing and your club face is open, you are going to have a set of reactions to that. Primarily hitting more down and swinging more across, what we don't want. So if you have a poor grip, something as simple as a poor grip at an open club face, a lot of this isn't going to apply until you do that part first. How do you learn how to get the angle of attack? You do the same things we did. You have to ensure your club face is square first. You then do what? What was the second part we did? We did the club path part. You have to do that part second. And then what did we do? Then we added body motions. That's how this flows. Face first, path second, body motions third. So go back and make sure you have all those pieces done. That could be the piece that's holding you back. Now let's assume you've done that. You just hit a pause, you went back, did that. Club face and path are really good. What else can I do to help that? Part of it was with that setup, right? What else can I do to help me hit more up? Well, I know with the ball teed high and the ball forward and the tilt, that helps. What can I do on the way back? Well, like we talked about, I really want to make sure I have a big turn on the way back and shift some pressure onto my right foot. Am I more likely to hit up on the ball from a backswing position that looks like this, or a backswing position that looks like this? The second one, right? Kind of where my head is relative to the ball. The more my head's behind the ball, the easier it is to hit up. The more my head's forward, the harder it is to hit up. Within reason, I don't want your head 8 feet off the ball, but a little bit behind it. Ball's forward, head's a little behind it with tilt. I make a big turn with some good depth on the way back. We talked about that with the irons too. And then during the downswing, well, if I'm behind it and I go way forward, what happened? Well, then that setup and backswing doesn't matter much because now I'm too far forward again. If I want to hit up, I'm behind it, big turn behind it, and then I stay behind it in transition. How I stay behind it specifically with the driver is through right side bend, right shoulder closer to the right hip. Maybe you think about something like that, maybe you don't, maybe you just feel head behind it. The key point is where your head is in space is gonna be a big dictator of angle of attack. The more behind it you are, the easier to hit up. Start a little behind it, get a little bit behind it, stay a little bit behind it, but you're not just back here on your back foot and swinging. You're still from here shifting pressure to the left, you're still rotating, you're still doing those same pieces, but that little extra movement with your head motion will help. So, Eric, I really want to hit up on the driver, what can I do? Take my setup, balls teed up, nicely far forward, rather it be a little too far forward than back, balls teed high, maybe a little bit higher than that. I add some tilt, right shoulder down. I'm gonna make a backswing, let my chest turn, let my head move a little bit, get some depth. I'm gonna keep my head behind it as I rotate. And then in my follow through pieces, I'm also gonna feel everything extending up. I'm gonna feel my hands working up. I'm gonna feel the club head and the shaft working up. I'm gonna feel my belt buckle working up. I'm gonna feel my chest working up. I'm gonna feel all of me in the follow through working up. So let's do a couple and start to put that together. Ball positions teed high and nice and forward, and I have tilt. Let's go ahead and hit one with that first. So setup piece is good. That would be part number one. And you can't see that, but that was probably as good if I hit a drive in a little while. That was beautiful, so I could use a little bit more of that. And maybe we just start with that. And again, you're supplementing that with a video seeing if you're actually doing that. And then we're hitting some shots. All right, I have that driver. Let me get a good turn and stay behind it on the way down. Good, that would be swing number 2. Then let me get a good turn behind it, stay behind it a little bit in transition. Good, that's swing number 3. Now I got the ball forward, big turn with depth, staying a little bit behind it, and then I'm allowing all that to work up on the way through. Keeping in mind, maybe you think about all that, maybe you don't. Maybe you find 1 or 2 or 3 of those pieces that help, and then you stick with that, supplement it with video. Let's see if we can put that all together. Ball position forward, good tilt, big chest turn and deep behind it, staying behind it as I turn, and then ripping everything up into the follow through, chest up, belt buckle up, etc. Let's go ahead and put that together. Ball forward tilt, good turn behind it, up in transition. And that was another one that I hit nicely up on. When you hit up, right, I have a TrackMan, I can measure that. It's a little easier, you may not know, there's different feedback drills, but really what you'll see is a difference in the height of the ball and the overall distance. The more you hit up on it, the higher it's gonna travel and the farther it's gonna travel. So use those feels, start with that, give yourself feedback, mostly via video is the best. And if you improve that angle of attack, you will improve your overall carry distance for some of you by 20, 30, even 40, 50 yards. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. This is one of our full distance masterclass. We will put a link in the description down below for all the details. All of the CogornoGolf.com members do get free access to all of our masterclasses. If you want to check out CogornoGolf.com, the link will also be in the description down below. If you did like this video, do us a favor, click the like button, subscribe, click the notification bell, and another reminder, every Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are live here on YouTube for Rapid Fire Golf. Would love to see you there.